So the challenges are here. The first one is economic and financial challenge. We all know, let's say if we are going to have a solar panel, think of the material. It could be graphene or it could be silicon, whatever the material that we're using to create the panels is kind of expensive, especially when we are trying to produce in mass, or when we are entering into mass production of these panels. There is an economic challenge on the production, on cost. And the second one is infrastructure and technical challenge. I tried to mention it on, I think, before 3 or 4 slides. The infrastructure is kind of costly. When you are going to have a factory that manufactures solar panel, that manufactures wind turbine, it's going to be expensive. So this also the other challenge. At the same time, there is technical challenge. Here, even though we are using renewable energy sources everywhere in the entire world, but still there is an efficiency question. So we need to make sure we have to increase the efficiency. We will see it later at the same time, but in the Sustainable Development Goals 7, by 2030, they needed to be the efficiency, especially the efficiency, to be doubled from now. So this is the technical challenge that we have. We can talk about so many barriers, so many challenges that we are encountering not to get the efficiency that we need. The first one is the intermittent nature, but we will talk about that later. But just bear in your mind that these are the transition challenges. The third one is social and political challenges. We all know, I don't want to talk about this. And the operational and systemic challenge. Yeah, we will take these things as the transition challenge. So here we have the demand. Currently we are operating, or we are using energy sources almost 6.7 from fossil fuels and 13.5 from non-fossil fuels. And those are the challenges that are holding us back from moving to the goal that we need. Okay, so here let's see the global energy mix. At the same time, global and regional, right? We will try to see in 3 years. The first one is 2022, the second one 2030, the last one is 2050. So let's start from this. But before that, the goal is from 2022 to 2050 net zero emission. This is the plan, right? So by 2022, it was like this. Coal was 27%. We were using 27% of energy from coal, and here we were using 30% of energy from oil, and here 23% from natural gas. I want you to focus on the numbers. So later we will see the plan. Like, are we moving the right way, or what kind of challenges are dragging us back? We'll see that, but focus on the numbers, how they are changing. In nuclear, 5%, biomass, 4%, and renewables, 12%. Renewables, 12%. Yeah. So, this one is for 2022, right? So, let's see 2030. Here, you can see coal. The energy source that we're using, 6% comes from what? Coal. Here it was 27%. It dropped by almost 11%, right? Yeah, by 11%. The plan, what I'm saying is, the plan by 2030, it will drop by 11% coal. Oil, here we have 26%. It was 30%, right? It dropped by 4%. Even this one is good. If you see natural gas, we have 21%. It was 23%, right? It dropped by 22%. Sorry. And if we take nuclear, it was 5%. It increases by 3%. It's good. Renewables, it was 29% currently. No, sorry. By 2030, it's gonna be 29%. But here we have 12%. It increased by almost 17%, right? This one's for 2030. And if we see the energy mix for 2050, Here we have natural gas 6%. Let me show you. It was 21. First it was 23%, then 21%, then 6%. If this works, we're going to have a clean world in which there is no, we cannot say there is no climate change, but there is reduced climate change, or there is reduced carbon dioxide emission. So we can have sustainable future. We can create sustainable future for the next generation that are coming. So they can, at least they can thank us for the things that we have done for them, for keeping the world clean. And here, if you see oil, it is 8% and coal 3%. Renewables, this is the thing, right? 71%. It's a good plan, right? If we manage to achieve this goal, it's going to be amazing for the earth. We will end up with clean earth. We will breathe clean, fresh air. So this is all about the energy mix from 2020 to 2050. This is their plan, like this is our plan, that we are going to into net zero emission.